Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, David. How are you?
Not too well. I'll just give you the copy of this latest blog of mine.
Right, okay.
It's to do with my supplementary question that I asked at the last council meeting.
Right.
I've got a few questions written along there about stuff that's still outstanding. I delivered 6 letters on the 1st of January to 6 county councillors. I don't know if Mr. Burns told you about that.
No.
In that I asked for a push-button lighting system for the property where I live, because I'm fed up of going outside and switching it off every night because it's on a switch system. There's a question about a police officer who arrested me on an assault charge, took me to court, and I've done blogs and I've sent it to all the usual suspects relating to his perjury of evidence that the judge seemed to dismiss. And nobody's done anything about. And then again there's the housing revenue account question there. Still nobody has confirmed that if all Cardiff County Council's tenancies were owned by a housing association, there would have been no 30 million in rent rebates in their accounts. Now, when I contacted the district auditor and the local government ombudsman regarding our account, they said to me that my analysis was misleading. Now, according to one of the county councillors, can't remember his name, it's been moved now from that 30 million in rent rebates has been moved from the rent revenue account into the general fund. And I'll say again, if it was owned by a housing association, all those properties, it'd only be 1.5 million in rent rebates. That would be the 5% top-up that they do for private landlords and for other housing associations now. So that's a 28.5%.
I'll see what I can find out, but if they're not going to tell you, or if they're not going to, if they're going to try and avoid telling you, they're trying to avoid telling me as well.
Well, I'm still looking to be rehoused. In the question I asked, I'm saying that the tenancy where I'm living, it violates right to privacy, it violates right to peaceful enjoyment, it violates the threat of harassment, which I've...
Are you working with the council officers to see if you can get you rehoused?
Well, you know I've had a number of forms, they keep sending them back to me.
Why do they send them back?
Because they won't take anywhere as being a suitable place to live.
You've got to say the areas you want to live in.
Well, you know previously that I've asked for political asylum in the EC country where I won't be criminalised for my drug usage, whatever. They've said that following these public question thing that I've gone through, and that again violates accountability because they got certain clauses and procedural rules, that somebody would be getting in touch with me. I've had a letter this week now, dated the 16th, arrived to me at the beginning of this week, asking for an appointment for me at the mental health team in Gabalth Clinic.
Right.
Now, I don't think that they've read the history of the blogs and my feelings towards these mental health teams with my last experience with a guy, Dr. Jawad. I don't need to see anybody in a mental health team, Jonathan. I need somebody to make an executive decision that I can be housed somewhere where I am not having anybody above me, nobody below me, causing me any grief whatsoever. That's what I need. Not a mental health team.
Have you told the council that?
Well, I'm going to have to, after I find out who it was from the council contacted this mental health team for me to do it. Sure. I mean, I was going to do that today, but other things occurred, and it's only unfortunate that I'm here now, you know, by a few things. So, but if you look at that question, it asks, why is the Welsh Assembly government, knowing that I've been in this situation, never held that council to account?
Because it's their responsibility to sort it out, and
yeah, but nobody's holding them to account, though.
Well, it's not the Assembly government's job to hold local authorities to account.
Don't they have a duty of care for their vulnerable adults?
Well, that duty of care is exercised by the local authority. They're meant to be the ones who...
The Welsh Assembly government is the executive, or else they wouldn't have been able to turn around and say, take that 30 million out of the rent revenue.
Well, we don't know that they said that, but...
Well, I've got a letter saying that's what occurred, and it's from a Conservative county councillor. So I don't think he would have lied to me, but he didn't want any further questions on that. Now, if I've had letters from district auditors and the like telling me my analysis is misleading, well, Well, it's not, Jonathan. It's not misleading. There's a scam going on in Cardiff, and there's probably a scam going on in every other county council around the country, in the way they keep their accounts differently than any other social landlord. They don't pay out 30 million in rent rebates. It comes via central government. They just administrate it. And if all those properties were out of there, that 30 million would be in the account, and housing in Cardiff would be a hell of a lot better. And nobody seems to agree with me, and it's taken me 9 years now, 9 years living in that property, you know.
But isn't the most important thing is to try and get you housed somewhere else? I mean,
and that can't with.
And I accept.
The BBC has 17,000 properties that are vacant in Wales. 17,000 the councils are allowed to buy. You'll see one as you go up Whitchurch Road. Not Whitchurch, the road into Whitchurch Village. There's that old dairy that used to be there. It's been derelict now for God knows how long. And the council haven't gone in there and got that property. Well, nobody else is using it. They've got a time scale. They're allowed by government to go and get that property. Nothing's done.
There's a process by which they've got to go through in order to buy that.
I'm going to leave you to it. But I would like somebody to look into it.
I'll see what I can find out.